I know it's just plastic.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Alright, so I don't normally leave work very much because I got a lot of stuff to do. But when these guys called me and needed help welding some stuff, I was like, oh hell yeah, I gotta go check that shit out. So, we're headed down to a very interesting, undisclosed location that I did some welding work for. So, woo, wait till you see what it is. Okay. I'm gonna give you a hint. One of my customers that's been on the dyno and we did a turbo project for in one of the early videos. This is where he works, and it's gonna make so much sense when you think about which car this is and where we're going. Matt! Yeah! Don't fall and like impale yourself on my terrifying gate holders. They're not even scary things, they're just kind of like functional items. Make sure that folks are safe when they go through this here haunted house thing. Alright guys, there's the reveal. It's Matt's work. That's where we're going. Kind of explains a lot on the style of the car from where he works. What? You get a new tattoo? Let me see, let me see. Dude, that's legit. So these are the little feet things I made for this here gate. And basically, when people come in this room, by the way, all this is fake. All this, fake. The wall, fake. This is not real brick. I honestly think Matt's more talented than I am for making all this shit. Even these pipes. Pipes are fake. PVC. Anyway, don't tell anybody. Shh. Hush secret. But yeah, so these little things I made, they're basically going to hold this gate so that people can walk through safely. Hopefully I know what I'm doing, and this works.
Ooh-wee. Yeah, once they're in the ground.
Yeah, once they're in the ground, that should be like something. Cool. That should hold them
I
up.
can also put like a self-tapping screw through it too.
Yeah, into, well, because it is pipe, so you'll be able to screw it into the, that way they can't like lift it up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like once I get them tapped in, and also like make sure it's all the way.
Alright guys, I got a question before I put this O2 sensor in. What's your favorite corn item? Corn chips, corn tortillas, or is it maybe E85 corn juice? So today, I'm gonna throw an O2 sensor in this thing. We've tuned it once before, but now we're gonna see what it will do with a little extra timing due to the E85 that we're adding today. a different day because if you'll notice the humidity, 63%. Water doesn't really compress super well. So on an ideal day, low humidity, fairly low temperature, and high barometric pressure give you the best result. I mean, luckily we typed these numbers into the equation and they use like an SAE or dyno correction factor to try to keep all dynos the same. Whether they're in high altitude or low altitude, it don't really matter. But in general, it's hot and sweaty out here and 86 degrees. It's not like the best day to dyno, but we'll see what it does. All right, don't mind our disco lights up here. But the first thing I noticed is that the customer went ahead, hold on. That beep drives me crazy. Okay, the customer went ahead and drove, whoa, autofocus, autofocus, autofocus. There you go. He drove the car over after filling it up with E85. Luckily, it's not too many miles. But right when I fired it fired up okay, went down to an idle, and then when you hit the throttle, you can already tell there's not enough fuel. E85, you need about 30%, you know, ballpark. About 30% more fuel than you did with regular, you know, gasoline. So with that being said, obviously the car's running very lean, and so when you give it some throttle, it just does not have enough fuel to run. So if you're thinking about changing over to E85, just know that you're gonna need to up your fuel volume. So if you have small injectors or you're in the 90% range of fuel duty, don't do it. You know, you're probably close to max out on your fuel system. So upgrade your fuel system first. There's a lot to that. You need to make sure everything's compatible, but once you get enough fuel volume, then go ahead, because the 85 is just fine. My only cautions are make sure your lines will handle it, because some lines deteriorate with E85, and make sure that you have good filtration. I don't want to say that all E85 is like dirty gas, but like I have had like a lot of cloggy fuel system situations with E85 switchovers. That might just be because the E85 cleans out all the deposits in the tank and lines already and flushes them up to the front, and you end up getting debris in your injectors and stuff like that. So I typically like to see a really good, you know, micron level on your fuel filter, and make sure that your lines are rated to not break down or collapse or do anything weird with the 85 in them. And you know, just know that there's particles in your tank that are going to be washed out when you switch over. But it's nothing to really worry about as long as you got good filtration and enough fuel duty to still make the horsepower that you were going for. You could hear in that clip, as I was pushing the gas, the car started to stumble. At first you've got the tip in and then post startup enrichment kind of covering it, adding a little bit more fuel to make sure the car stays running. As soon as that fades off and you're just on the initial map, you know, it's not going to do it. Even the trims aren't probably enough to catch it. So you try to blip the throttle, the TPS compensation isn't going to enrich enough. So yeah, we got a little tuning to do. But the exciting part is, when we get through all the hurdles of the part throttle, drivability, and startup parameters, then we can start adding timing in where we couldn't before, and hopefully, you know, this makes a little bit more cylinder volume, which is always good for horsepower, so we should make more torque just on the fuel change. Well, that was a little less than eventful. I believe he made too much power and the clutch is not holding it, so I guess on to the next thing. He'll need to get a clutch. Okay, well it's the next day and my customer, this guy right here, will never know the struggle what it used to be like to get things slow in the mail because he went on Amazon Prime or something and bam! Next day he's got a clutch here. That's so awesome. Anyway, we're gonna throw this in. I gotta finish dropping the subframe and pull the trans out. It's already loose. But I gotta slap that thing back in and we'll go on the dyno. I'm not sure I'll be able to finish it in time to get the dyno results or the final tune into this vlog, but I'll try. You never know. Well, if I don't see you guys anymore after this particular car, come check it out next week. And I've got some good stuff planned for our midweek video. You know, my little how-tos and whatnots. Just ideas I have and things that I think would be interesting for people to know. If you like our vlog or you like these videos, comment below. Let me know what you want to see. We just kind of hang out and do fun car stuff. It's usually not just me. It's a little dead in here on Saturday, but it's okay. Probably Panda and Yaria stop by later on. Anyway, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and hit the little notification-y thingy. Then you can see my videos when they come out. I'm gonna try to get a little bit more consistent with my launch times. I know you can set them up to auto launch, so I'm gonna probably try to do that. I'm trying to release them Saturday night and Wednesday morning. So look for new videos and vlogs Saturday night and Wednesday morning. Alright guys, catch you guys in the next one.